Hey guys, Jsnow with like probably the billionth vlog this week because I've been sick all week. If you guys want to watch the video, I did explain what happened. It's a little explicit, so if you're a faint of heart, you probably don't even want to watch most of the video. So, I just want to talk about Patreon really quickly. So, I'm probably going to do Patreon. I did do a poll on it, and there wasn't enough data. Only 2 people, I think, voted, and it was split between no and maybe later. But only 2 people out of we're actually at 5,300 subscribers. I'd like to thank all you guys. We were stuck at 5,250 for almost a year, and we finally got to 5,300. But if that doesn't tell you that I love the job and I'm gonna stick it out, I don't know what else can tell you guys that. So, Patreon, for you guys who don't know, is basically kind of like a way to donate. It's like a subscription service thing. I think they take a little bit of a cut. And basically you subscribe, kind of like a twitch.tv sub button. So you just subscribe. Let me just close the door a little bit. So yeah, you kind of pay what you want. Even if it's like $1 or 10 cents or whatever the minimum is, you guys can donate to Patreon and that helps out the channel. So why am I doing this? So all my YouTube career, which I think is 6 years now because I'm actually going by my Twitch page, and the last person I banned was in 2011 because it's actually a little ban wall. And it's not that big actually, surprisingly. Well, it says that the last guy I banned was like February 2007 or something like that. So I've been doing YouTube for or at least almost probably 7 years, because I did have a channel before that, but it was like filled with copyright nonsense, so I had to delete the channel. But I've been doing this for 7 years, and I've only gotten maybe like 4 donations over this entire time. If I can remember correctly, yeah, I think it's only about 4 or something like that. And I usually don't ask for donations. I felt bad in the beginning when I got like a $50 donation from one of my longtime subscribers. And I mean, I don't know what happened to him. I guess he disappeared. I guess family trouble, or hopefully nothing happened, because he did live. It was before ISIS and all that crazy stuff was going on, but he did live in one of those hotbeds. So God forbid, one of those assholes blew him up. I'd be pretty damn pissed. But I couldn't find that guy. But he was pretty cool. What do you call it? We also got, we got a new fan, of course. Not to be a dick, but now we have another new number one fan, and I know he's probably watching this video. You know who you are. So, basically, I'm gonna do the Patreon because I feel like I haven't been asking for handouts for 6 years, and now my health is deteriorating again, unfortunately. I mean, I'm getting better, which is good. I'm at like 75% of 100 right now, doing this vlog. And there's also, my health's getting better, and I've still had the threat of getting kicked out of the house. And going back quickly to the internship drama, they had the balls to call me again in the morning yesterday. And I reminded them that we had a verbal contract not to contact me for a month. And they had the balls to call me. So I reminded the person that, oh, we have a contract not to speak to each other. And then guess what? 5 hours later, I had to go to the emergency room because my blood pressure was really high. And she texts me again, oh, did you volunteer this week? After I told her that I had a medical emergency and I wasn't doing jack shit this week, I wanted to lose my shit. But then we're going now into the emergency room thing. So, to finish up Patreon, I'm probably going to do it. Even if no one donates, that's perfectly fine. It's completely optional. I think you pay what you want. So if you guys want to throw $1, that's perfectly fine. If you guys want to throw, I see people throw like thousands of dollars. I mean, don't do that because I don't need thousands of dollars, but nothing's really stopping you when it comes to Patreon. Also, Patreon's a little bit safer because just in case people want to troll me, which probably will happen soon, they'll troll me with like a $500 donation and then they'll refund it like 4 months later. So, just to explain where the money is going to, so the money will not be used for personal fun. So, for example, all these magic cards I'm sitting with, unless it's like a brand new pack where I want to do a review on it or something like that, money does not go to any hobbies. It does not go to any games that I won't play on stream or YouTube. And basically, it does not go to fun. What it goes to is either rent, which I'm going to have to pay soon. I mean, I've been asking to pay rent, but for some reason people are refusing rent. I don't get it, but it's going to rent. It's probably going to go to the new computer. I mean, it's always going to go to computer parts, but my computer's on its way out. It's been crashing constantly, and I think it's going to die off soon, because some of the pieces are as old as my high school career. I think my hard drive's from high school, and it's like dying out. And unfortunately, it has all my files on it, so that sucks. So, Patreon money will go to rent, computer, and medical bills. And trust me, I got a lot. Unfortunately, I got a lot of medical stuff. And my health insurance runs out when I'm 26, so I kind of need to start saving now. Especially considering I keep getting sick. So that's just to let you guys know what Patreon is for. Now that's just for that. Of course, the YouTube money I make, job money, eBay stuff, I'll spend that on whatever the hell I want. But Patreon money is going to more serious stuff, which it should be. But there are plenty of YouTubers out there. Not to name any names. Actually, I can't even think of any names right now. But I'm pretty sure people open a Patreon just to buy, themselves fancy lobster meals and everything. It's like, look at this lobster, so good, paid for by the fans. And it takes up their glass of Chardonnay, ding, that. Yeah, people do that for Patreon, but I'm not one of those assholes. What do you call it? So, now the emergency room. Now, the emergency room, the only reason I had to go was because my blood pressure ended up being really, really high, and I avoided going to the doctor. And it was it was way over 100, like 140 plus. So I got sent to the emergency room. And I thought I was going to get an IV. Now, this is what I was avoiding all week. I did not want any needles being stuck through me and any of that crap. And I actually lucked out that they didn't have to do that. They just gave me some pills, but it ended up being a waste of 5 hours. I was in the emergency room for 5 hours, and it was so fucking funny. So if anybody's easily offended, turn off the video now. Because, my God, I guess if you watch Scrubs or any of those comedy medical shows, it's the same shit. It's literally the same shit. People think the politics, they're saying the most savage stuff on Twitter or whatever. They got nothing on the emergency room. So where I live, there's a heroin epidemic. And I thought it was a joke, one or two people doing heroin. Nope. I don't think, the whole emergency room was filled of people overdosing. I think maybe only a few people were there for actual serious emergencies. What I mean by that is they're not overdosing on purpose and doing drugs, which you're not supposed to. So, everybody in the hospital was on beds, freaking going like this, because when you're on heroin, it was disgusting. I didn't want to look. I was trying not to look, but no matter where you look, there was people, going crazy on heroin. When you're overdosed, they start going like this. And then they start, trying to half-ass wave and shit. And it's disgusting, and what do you call it? Me and my relative took me to the emergency room. We were just laughing the entire time, making fun. We were making fun of them because the doctors were also making fun of them, which was funny. Another heroin addict came in, and they're like, "Oh, look, another one!" And I fucking broke out in laughter. And then it was even nastier because one of them shit themselves. So all of a sudden the curtains start coming in, and everybody in the office, because I was sitting actually right next to the main desk, and everybody's like, "Oh no, not again." The person shit themselves and then smelled for a little bit. And then we had a drunk guy. It was pretty funny. A drunk guy comes out and, they bring... The EMT brings the drunk guy, puts him on a seat, and then says, "I'm getting the fuck out of here." She says that to the front desk, "I'm getting the fuck out of here." She walks out. The drunk guy sits there for 10 minutes. He starts mumbling and stuff. And I guess because he's used to being an alcoholic, within 10 minutes, he snaps out of drunk mode, gets up, and walks out. And me and my relative are like, "Yo, he just walked out." He didn't walk out of the room. He actually walked deeper into the hospital. And then security came 5 or 10 minutes later, "Oh, where did he go?" And then they're like, "Oh, he left already." And then the security's like, "Okay." So I don't know where that guy went, but I guess he went through the front of the hospital. So I don't know what happened. And then we had another guy in a suit. It was pretty funny. I guess he wasn't supposed to be there. So his daughter was overdosed on heroin. She was she was a mess. But the guy comes in with a suit. I guess he barrels down on the floor, and all of a sudden security just grabs him in a second, kicks his ass right out. And I was like, wow. I mean, I knew that was going to happen, but it was super quick. And then there was a bunch of people screaming. But the thing is, they know nobody's dying, so all the hospital, all the staff and me and my relatives are dying laughing because you hear noises like some lady was screaming, but she sounded like a cartoon. She's like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I couldn't see what it was. And then there was another drunk guy behind us, and he was making noises. If you ever played Age of Empires 2, when a soldier gets killed, he goes, "Ah!" Or whatever in Age of Empires, almost any video game, when a soldier dies, he's like, "Ah!" The guy was making little noises like that, really loud, every 2 minutes. So we're just sitting there, waiting for, the meds or whatever, for the doctor to prescribe the meds for the blood pressure and allergic reaction crap. And we're just sitting there, and all of a sudden we hear, Oh, oh! I started busting out laughing. And then I guess the final thing, because trust me, there was like the jokes write themselves in the emergency room. So this was the funniest one. So I mean, you're gonna have to bear with me on this one because it's pretty in detail. But basically, the daughter took her mom to the hospital, and the mom is Parkinson's, so her mouth is like moving like this. Like, not to make fun of Parkinson's people, but like the mouth moves a lot. And she only had Parkinson's kind of in her mouth, like her hands weren't really shaking as much as her mouth. And she's on a little scooter, like a little, like golf cart scooter, whatever you call it, the wheelchair, the scooter wheelchair. And she's going 1 mile per hour. She's going 1 mile per hour because that's probably as fast as she could possibly go. And I don't know if she can even speak. So I see the daughter walk by with like another wheelchair. She walks by and she turns around and she says, "Come here, putt putt." My relative started dying laughing because I missed the joke because I was watching. There was also a crazy lady in front of us. She's like, "Come here, putt putt," and then like a second later, you see the lady like shaking with the scooter going like 1 mile per hour, like. And then my relative was like, he asked me, he was like, "Oh, did she just call her putt putt?" And I'm like, "Yeah, she did." We fucking lost it. We lost it. The people behind the desk lost it. It was so fucking funny. That was so fucked up. She called her like disabled mother. "Come here, putt putt," and that was like the inside joke of the day. And then near the end, like we were waiting to get the medicine because it took them way too long considering I wasn't gonna get an IV treatment. But the lady in front of us, because we had like there was a room and they didn't cover it. Like the lady was passed out, then she wakes up and she wakes up like this. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck? She's gonna get up and like kill everybody. But I guess she was subdued. So she's sitting in the bed the entire time. She's just like this. And I can't like not look at her because if I look to the left, I see the girl on heroin shitting herself. If I look to the right, there was a whole line of more heroin drug people or alcoholics. So I can only look in front of me, and in front of me is just the lady like with her eyes wide open. And then my relative's like, "Yeah, she's probably crazy because he used to bring people there or whatever, like back in the day. So he knows why when they bring in somebody, like what they're here for." And I'm saying like, and he's like, "He's a crazy person." I'm like, "Yeah, she probably is." Because the doctor comes in, to say hello. Her eyes do not move. She does not make a response. She just turns around like this. And I was like, glare my glasses. So she's like, that's all she did. When the doctor came in, and I just went, "Nope, nope, nope, get me the fuck out of here." So it was funny. I mean, normally an emergency room isn't funny, but all I had to do was get some pills. I gotta take these pills. I mean, hopefully nothing happens. It shouldn't flare up. They did give me an EpiPen, so for you Daisy fans, they started describing me EpiPen, and I was like, I already know. And I was like, I knew it was like Daisy taught me something. I was like, oh, EpiPen, I know exactly what this does. It's the thing where you revive somebody if they get like if they go unconscious in DayZ. Basically does the same thing, but it's like $800. So we couldn't afford it, of course. But the EpiPen was kind of an emergency in case somehow my symptoms come back. So the only reason I see that happening is if my mom, who didn't throw out that reminds me, I gotta throw out the bag because I think I'm allergic to cilantro or fresh cilantro or whatever. Nobody threw out the bag. And I keep telling them, throw out the fucking bag. It's gonna kill me. Because I would not surprise me if we have a family dinner and my mom just takes cilantro and cooks it again, and then I'm back in the hospital. So yeah, I'm gonna find the bag today and decimate it. But yeah, I mean, unless I eat that again, I doubt I'm gonna get a major reaction. So I was talking like this in the hospital too. If you believe it or not, in the emergency room, people thought I wasn't sick because apparently Benadryl saved my life, and doctors were like, that normally shouldn't happen. That's what blew my mind. They were like, I told them that Benadryl worked in 5 minutes to cure my symptoms, and they're like, how the hell did that happen? And I'm like, fucking magic. It's basically magic. Nobody understood that. Nobody fathomed that. I guess Benadryl can work in 5 minutes and save somebody from like dying. So maybe I discovered the new miracle drug, but who knows? And again, I don't want to be addicted to Benadryl because otherwise I'll end up, in the hospital on a bed, shitting myself and rolling around in circles. So let's not get to that point. So thanks for watching. I'll put the Patreon up, I don't know, maybe next week when I'm actually feeling better, and we'll just see what happens. So I'm hoping to stream soon, depending on my health and all that good stuff. So I guess give it another day and I should be A-okay.